Is Beast of War an original take on a shark survival horror movie?
Or is it better off swimming with the fishes? Find out next on the cutting room floor.
The shark is gonna chomp.
What's up, misfits and metalheads, and welcome to another episode of the cutting room floor. We are from the band Cut Like This. I am Thorn Black.
I'm Roseblood.
And today we are talking about Beast of War, currently streaming on Shudder. But first, don't forget, we have a brand new single out, Be My Valentine. Video is here on YouTube. The single is out. Grab it on our website. And all the rest of our music is easy to find because it's all over the place. That's right, it's here to stay. Rose, why don't we dive into this one? Why don't you tell them a little bit about it?
All right. Well, picture this. It's the middle of World War II. You're in the Australian Ocean, and all of a sudden, terror ensues. Everything gets blown to bits. And guess what's in this water with you? Yes, it is a ginormous shark just hunting and killing. Just looking for some fresh bits.
They're blown to bits and he's looking for them bits.
Yeah, this is a very, very interesting. I don't think that I've ever seen a war story quite like this one.
I don't think I've quite seen a shark story quite like this either.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen this combination ever happen before.
I applaud the original take on a shark movie. Like, first and foremost, it just tells the story differently and happens to have sharks in it. It's not your typical summertime sunny movie. We're at the beach and, you know, like, those are kind of par for the course and not for nothing, I get a little tired of them.
This was definitely a different environment to see some shark action in, and I was very pleasantly surprised. Although I shouldn't have been too surprised because this was directed by Kia Roche Turner, who also directed the amazing zombie horror films Wormwood, Road of the Dead, and Wormwood Apocalypse. He also directed that movie Necrotronic that we really enjoyed.
Oh, that was him? Okay,
he
that was
also
cool.
directed that horror movie Sting with the giant, big, like, evil, crazy spider thing in it and stuff. The little girl, like, gets a little pet spider, but she doesn't realize.
Oh, she brought it back to the
building. It's an alien spider, remember? And it gets, like, super freaking big. So, So this guy is no stranger to the horror genre. This was inspired by real events during World War II that happened to an Australian naval vessel. So this is inspired by real events.
It's a real ship, and it really got stranded, like, on the thing that they're on, and then he takes it from there.
He definitely fictionalizes it. But this is a very tight little crew. It centers on about like 7 folks, and they are, you get to see their kind of training arc together and stuff like that. So you get to know who these characters are a little bit before all heck breaks loose. This it goes nuts, guys. Like this had some very, like, impactful scenes right from the jump. It grabbed my attention. I was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. All right, okay, I see what you're doing over here. And I think that it was really cool that somebody actually decided to go for such an unusual combination of things in this story, and I think that they pulled it off really pretty freaking well, for like an indie production. Like, I think that, maybe it didn't have the hugest budget in the world, but I think that they were super scrappy and they did a lot with what they had.
Yeah, I think that they were very intelligent with the budget that they had for this movie to really stretch their dollar. It looks great. Just the cinematography, the coloring of this. You get a color palette that is not like any shark movie I've ever seen. And like I was saying,
it's like a war movie palette, but it's a shark movie.
Every shark movie you ever see is just blue skies, sandy beaches, and lots of chomping people and stuff. And that's kind of like the color palette. It's just like very bright. This is the total opposite. It is not a very bright movie at all.
It's dark.
And
it's scary.
They have lots of different moments in this movie as time progresses where the lighting is wildly different from the last scene, so you really feel like you're in another moment of the movie, which I think is fantastic. I'm a little tired of seeing just the bright shark. It's the summertime. Here's a shark. Ah, it's scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm really happy to see not only the story going a different route, but also the color palette just going a completely different route. Like everything about it was very thoughtful and original, and I really appreciated that.
And as in most any kind of military thing, there's always going to be some jerks in the crew, and we definitely get one in Des Kelly's character. Des Kelly is the name of the character. The actor's name is Sam Delish. He does a really good job being a very despicable character. Like I really, really wanted this guy to like eat it. I was just like, die already, die. And yeah, no, interesting things happened that I did not expect, and yeah. I was very impressed by just the crew in general. I thought that they pulled out like I feel like everybody was doing their doing their very best,
Yeah.
and they're in some really crazy situations. There's a couple of different like dream sequences that go in there and stuff like that during some pretty epic moments that kind of trip you out a little bit and everything. And I thought that they were very clever with some of the stuff that they did. And I thought that the shark was genuinely scary. Like it was big and bad. And,
Yeah.
and he's coming at chomp.
Right.
He's coming
And
at chomp.
the shark was hunting, stalking, definitely, and when he makes an appearance, it's definitely scary.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely jumped a few times, and it wasn't a jump scare factor. It's a more, I was so into the movie that when the shark came out, I'm just like, oh, get it away. It's like one of those, like the tension was right.
And everything makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's all very logical and it all makes sense to me, which is good. And I think that it's really also interesting how other dangers as well. Like it's just, these people are just screwed, like they're in a terrible, terrible situation, and they are not making light of that. They're like, no, like this is like the most messed up possible situation that you could be in during a war, and let's show you why that's bad. You know what I mean? And you're like, no. And then every time that you think that good things are around the corner, something else crazy happens.
Yeah,
so I thought that it was a very good, like, just the acceleration of things getting so much worse was very impressive to me.
Totally agree.
All of that being said, we rate via chainsaw here, with 5 chainsaws being a cinematic masterpiece. It slices, it dices, shark soup for everyone.
Shark sashimi.
1 chainsaw, well, that might as well be a toothpick for the big old shark over here. So, Thor Black, how many chainsaws do we give to Beast of War 2025?
I'm going to give Beast of War a solid 4 out of 5 chainsaws.
Nice.
And again, I'm going to tell you why. I like that the story just isn't the typical, shark story that we've seen. I love the color palette and cinematography of it. It's just a lot of thought and effort went into making the most of what they have and have available. And sometimes I think that can make an even better product than just throwing more money at something. Sometimes I think having to be more creative makes you come up with such good ideas or concepts or colors because you have to make it more interesting with what you have, and it works really well. Rose, what are you going to give this one?
I am also going to give this bad boy 4 stars, baby. This was a really, really fun and interesting take on a shark survival horror. I have never seen this combo done this way before, and I very much enjoyed it. I thought the acting was good. I thought that their motivations make sense, and the mistakes that happen aren't like they're not the just regular old stupid ass mistakes. They're like, no, they make sense. Like this was a selfish and very human decision that this character made. Like this is something that this character would do in this situation. Thank you. Thank you for thinking about that. Thank you for making them do things that make sense for who they are and what the situation is. And I thought that, I was very much on edge this whole movie. I was just like, like what's going on? Oh
Right.
no, it gets worse.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I love that. I love that escalation, and I loved how they pulled everything off. I thought that the shark was scary. It scared my ass.
Right.
I don't like
I was
sharks. That's why I
I
don't be
was
going in bodies of
really
water like
tense.
that, okay?
I was
I don't be
really
going in
tense
bodies of
when
water
that
like that.
shark made an
I
appearance.
was like, hell no, to the no, no. Okay? That's what I say to that shark. Thank you very much.
You have your homework for the weekend. You're welcome. Once again, we are from the band Cut Like This. Brand new spoiler-free episodes of our show, The Cutting Room Floor, every single Friday. I wonder what next week. Until next time, you are